not me recording a podcast the next day and making one. That's just how I roll, you know? But I'm sitting down and I'm like trying to figure out like podcast name, topics, what I want it to be of before I launched or before I did a recording. And I just thought, why not record literally the process of everything I'm doing to start this, if I even launch it, which I'm sure I will. If you know me, I literally have an idea, I figure it out, and then the next day I'm like, okay guys, this is what we're doing. So yeah. So far I have podcast ideas. And I'm sure that people who are listening to this, since we're gonna post it on like our Instagram pages and my personal and the store one, you already know of Onyx Sunday, the brand. It's a clothing boutique, and our customer is, you know, a girl who's either newly married, she's dating, a young mom, or just any mom really. But like when I started the store, the ideal customer was someone like me, where my life stage was, and I was traveling and I was going to weddings, bachelorette parties. I mean, I still do all that stuff, but yeah, so I'm thinking like on the podcast will be like things that girl will like to talk about, but also business stuff mixed in. And just like, I don't know, a bunch of things. I don't think it's gonna be one niche, kind of just what comes to like my head, stuff going on with the store. Maybe we invite people to chat on it. I have a lot of things that like as a small business, it's hard to figure out because you see big businesses do them and you're like, okay, I want to do that, but on a small business level. So like navigating that I think would be really cool because I've done my research like on podcasts when I'm trying to figure something out, and there's really nothing like catered to literally a small startup for someone who has never done it before. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to probably talk about as well. I mean, I talk about this to my husband and in my head and to all my girls anyway, so might as well just say it out loud. I don't know. But so I'll read to you, and I'm gonna record this for YouTube too. So if you want to see like my face, I'm reading off of a piece of paper. But I'll read to you like my idea so far. So I have like the names, which I'm trying to figure that out. So Sunday Lover is trademarked by me as a brand. So I'm like, that would be cute. Sunday Lovers, like Sunday Lovers, does that sound like a girl? But then I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't really say about what the podcast is about, which I don't know if that matters. So I'm putting that for now, but I'm still gonna play with it. And then I have like ONS girl, ONS different things. ONS is the abbreviation for the boutique. It's called On Next Sunday. And that kind of has stuck. I know people like will mention ONS or they'll send each other their friends and it says ONS. So I'm like, okay, that's kind of cute. But if you're like searching a podcast and you see that, unless you know who we are, you're not going to click on it. So that's why I'm like, oh, it's a little bit weird. So I don't know about that one. And then let's see, Sunday Lover podcast was like the other one. But I feel like I should put something like chat or something like about what it is, like lifestyle or I don't know what. That's why I'm debating on those. So I don't know if I can change it on Apple. I don't know. I have to do that research. Okay, so then I have like podcast ideas jotted down. And it's like how to start a boutique, which to me, that one's like so overrated. Literally, you can find so many videos on that, but people do love that and I'm sure they'll listen to it. So maybe I will do one of those. How to start, like how to manage. I think that's been, I still am learning a lot, and that's been definitely something I search for. But it's like how to manage like millennial girls right now to and like with each other, and like how to learn to be a customer service company with millennial girls, with Gen Z girls, different generations. You have to really, what I've noticed is like you have to kind of, every generation has their own like way of wanting to be treated and wanting to work. And then you have like, you know, you have to kind of learn the personalities, and you have your relationship with each individual, like with each employee, and then they have their own relationships with each other. So it's interesting to navigate, and I really haven't I found managing podcasts for sure, but not any, I think that were they were very helpful, but not any like for like a young, like I'm like almost the same age as my employees, and how do you get that, like, you know, how do you earn that respect from them, and like also want to motivate them and get them to love their job, and like provide a company that they want to work for, because I mean no one wants to work right now, like Kim K said. I have great girls though, so, but yeah, that's like, as I figure that out, maybe that'd be cool to put out, because honestly, like I search for it so much and I cannot find it. Influencer management, like interviewing influencers, different stage influencers, like macro, micro. We're trying to figure out our influencer like campaigns, and again, like as a small business, small scale, like competing with companies like Zara and Amazon and Petal and Pup and Abercrombie, it's so hard to find like influencer for dummies, influencer managing for dummies, pretty much. And just threw myself in the fire. I had one paid campaign. I have one going on right now, actually, which is my first paid one. We do like gift cards and stuff, but it's like, how do you make a contract? Like I've never seen one. You can probably Google that, but like unless you're doing it and meeting the girls and like talking to them, like how's the other side of it seem? And then how does like a small brand see it? Because there's podcasts again, but like they just say like, oh yeah, we do influencer marketing. And it's like, okay, can you break that down more for me? Like what has worked? What do you do? Like what, like that name is something, but I don't know. So that's another one. The next one, let's see, I have like both sides of influencing jotted down, influencing for a small brand. A lot of them are influencing, I think, because that's the stage I'm in. That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. And then I went into like something more like, what does our team do? Kind of like the inside of the business, which I don't know if that's might be boring. I don't know. And then the other one was kind of more like on the fun personal side of an Onyx Sunday girl, is dating nowadays. Like dating nowadays, girl problem, girl talk, stuff like that. Just because, like we're all doing life, and like maybe some have businesses and some have jobs, and we all, you know, we're doing like our career stuff and like our work stuff, and we want to get better, but we still have like those things going on in our lives, like dating, newly married, me here, you know, we're buying homes, we're trying to buy homes, we're trying to save, we're trying to learn how to invest. I don't know, like there's new apps, there's traveling as a single girl, there's things that we have issues on that like maybe no one talks about. So stuff like that, that's kind of like opposite side of the spectrum. So I kind of really want to merge them both. I know it might be like all over the place or seem like it is, but you know, I'm not going to put us in a square. I'm not going to put us in a circle or whatever that saying is. So I'm kind of, whatever comes to mind, I'm like, and it's something that we talk about with our customers. Like if they come into the store, literally all of these conversations will come up. I've had probably one of these conversations with multiple customers, and that's kind of things that I would like to do the podcast of. So yeah, that's what else I have. So then I have the names. That's pretty much all I have for as far as my ideas. Let me see if I have another page. Yeah, that's it for like my ideas. So that's my brainstorming. Anytime I guess I like do stuff like this, I will record myself, and that probably will be a podcast until I can figure out what I'm doing. But I wanted to make it like this, that I'm starting from the beginning and I'm literally recording myself reading off my ideas, because I think that people make things so complicated, and I sometimes do too, but I'm pretty, you can ask my team, my employees, I'm pretty known for like, if I have an idea, I'm like, you guys, we're doing this today, we're doing this tomorrow. Like, I don't want to wait. I want to get this ball rolling. Sometimes it can be good and sometimes it can be bad. But it can be good because I don't overthink things and I will make them happen. And then maybe it was a bad idea and I embarrass myself and then don't do it again. But, you know, people forget and who cares? So yeah, I just wanted literally like people to see it's not that hard. Like I'm doing this on my voice recording. I have my camera up right here for YouTube. I'm gonna record that and I'll post that too. And I'm gonna get on Google right now and figure out how to edit a voice note. And then I'm gonna Google how to upload on Apple, Spotify. I think Kajabi will do all of them, but I'm gonna check. And then I'm gonna post a podcast. And then maybe I'll put a picture of myself and then just put a graphic. And I can always change it. It doesn't have to be perfect. But if you never start somewhere, you won't do it. So let's see. So maybe you can follow. If you want to start a podcast, listen to this one. I'm starting to. Let's do it together and figure this out. And if you have any topics that you would want me to cover or like want us to chat about, let me know. Some things will be off limits for sure because I'm not that like open about everything, but I am pretty open about business and certain girl things. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this, honestly. I never thought that I would do a podcast, but here we are, and don't tempt me with a good time or with a time at all because I'll try everything once, that's for sure. All right, bye guys. Hey guys, welcome to the Sunday Lover podcast. Well, that's the name right now. Honestly, I literally just listened to a podcast yesterday about how starting a podcast is a good idea. So here I am the next day, not me recording a podcast of the next day and making one. That's just how I roll, you know?